And good morning. About to
Good.
be good.
How's everybody doing?
Good morning.
Morning.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We're live here on the DNC Francis and Shondell YouTube page, and I'm Chaz, of course, and I'm the co-owner of DNC Creative Services LLC. But
That's right.
alongside with me, I have my partner in crime, Shondell. Introduce yourself.
What's going on, world? Good morning. Good morning. This is Shondell Clark. We are so excited for this live today. I feel super excited that I'm actually on a live with Francis. What's up? What's going on? Let's get this show on the road. We're so excited to have our special guest, Miss Mary B. Russell. We'll let her introduce herself. She's a client of us as well. So you go ahead and take the show, Miss Mary.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Everybody is well. Well, my name is Mary Russell. Hats. I'm going to tell you about a few of those hats today. I'm a mother. I have a 20-year-old son. He is into the real estate arena, so he's doing really well at that. I am a finance expense specialist, a fitness instructor, and a model. So that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, I have a lot of hats, so I do a lot of things.
That's good. How do you stay so, fit at your mature age? We all saw those photos that you had, and honey, let me tell you, they were popping. Okay. So how do you what like some of the things that inspire you just to like stay so fit and fabulous at your beautiful age?
Okay, well, thank you so much. Michelle. I've always been active, even in high school. I was a cheerleader. I ran track. I was always on the football field, just doing something. I've just always been active. So as I got older, it just never really left me.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, I've always worked out, but years ago, around 2015, I found myself in the gym almost every single day.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it just, except for the weekends, I was there Monday through Friday. And
Right, right.
I started to reinvent myself and just find such a love for fitness. And people would watch me work out and then they started asking me to help them. So I said, hey, sure, I'll help you. And on to get certified in fitness training.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I started into dance. I've always loved to dance, and dancing is a great expression. It's a great exercise, and I started helping women. Depressed women, women that were battered. I started helping them through dance, and I would gather them, at different places,
Mm-hmm.
music, and we would just dance and they would start laughing and crying, and it was just a release for them. So from there it just evolved, and I'm a and dance class, and that's what I do.
All right. I love it. I love it. And that's a great way to definitely stay in shape and,
Yeah,
just kind of, inspire others as well through your fashion and you working out as well.
absolutely, yeah.
100%. So I've been meaning to ask you this actually from day one, Mary. I'm glad we had a chance to do this interview. Let me reiterate what Mary is and what she is. She's a model. She's a personal trainer, and she's a final expense insurance agent, and she's working on a couple other endeavors as well.
She's
So,
every woman. Okay. That's what she is.
yeah. So,
Good, Chanel. I like that.
so what I wanted to ask you, Mary, you talked about doing all those activities in high school, always staying active, and you wear many hats. But where do you find the confidence? Like, how do you develop this confidence to do all these things? Where did that come from?
I would say I'm just like my mom. My mom, God rest her soul. My mom was the most confident, spoken. I'm gonna do it, woman. She just did what she wanted to do.
Hmm.
happy. She laughed all the time. I mean, she was the happiest person. And I think I just took it because I just feel like if it's something I want to do, I'm just going to do it. You know, so, I don't let age stop me. I'm still doing things that, I did in my younger days.
Okay.
And not going to stop until, God has the final say. So I'm not going to stop until it's time for me to stop
I
or
know that's right. Yes.
don't want
I
to.
love it.
So I feel like there's no reason for me to stop because of my age. I love my
Right.
age. I love, I love my life and I love what I'm doing and
Mhm.
ability. So why stop?
I won't. Can't stop, won't stop.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So we talk about the personal training. Even you being at your age, and is your recovery different? Do you have to do certain things to recover different? I know me personally, I have arthritis issues. Um, I noticed that I'm only 35, but I do notice that I have to do certain things to recover more. So, do you have a recovery period after personal training, or do you have any recovery tips for anyone after a workout?
I don't have any. I'm gonna be honest, Chaz. I don't have any issues. I mean, I have, I get sore and I get aches and pains just like everybody else. You talk about arthritis. I have arthritis. Most of my sisters, we all have some type of joint stuff going on. And what I tell everybody is just make sure you stretch every day. It's
Mhm.
a must, and especially, people that are over 40 and 50. I think they should stretch more. I
Yeah.
think stretching should be like a slow, constant thing that you do. Like, don't rush it.
Mhm.
Stretch and do it very slowly. Take your time. And if you don't have the time, make it, do it late at night or early in the morning and just do it and meditate at the same time. But
Yeah.
stretching is what really helps me. And when I stretch, I mean, I take forever. I take just take like
As you should, as you should, because you definitely want to make sure that your muscles and stuff is
absolutely,
getting that correct proper stretch before you start back working out again tomorrow.
absolutely. It just helps with mobility and it,
Mhm.
process. So, me back in the day working out every day per week. Now I do 2 days on and I take a day off and then I do 3 days. So I
Okay.
still work out my 5 days, but I want to take a little break in the middle,
Right.
I to heal because some
Mhm.
like some heavy stuff. So I do want to take a little break. So that's a tip to any and everybody at any age. I would say stretch, take your time, stretch, uh, and just don't rush it.
Right. Like me, I usually do, I try to attempt to do at least 3 days a week. It's not because I want to stay in shape and all that. At the end of the day, like we're all getting older and, life in our body is a process and it's going to change however we want to deny it and
It's
all
going
of that. So at the end of the day, you need to try to be healthy. I mean, if you want to stay fit, that's totally fine. But for me, I'm doing it. I work out and, exercise and stuff just to stay healthy.
there you go. Great.
All right. Well, we're definitely going to move into, we spoke a little bit about, your exercising. We can definitely maneuver over to like some of the fashion, just kind of talk to us about how did the name Slay and Stay and that brand come about?
Actually, I was putting a whole lot of thought into it. And then, we help each other a lot with our businesses. And I just wanted to see what she thought. She actually came up with the name.
Okay.
I don't know how she came up with it, but just the whole concept is just, it's really the whole meaning to me is just stay fit and fabulous. Just,
Hmm.
if you're gonna slay, you're gonna be fabulous and
Right.
stay that way. So there's so many meanings to it, and but like
Hmm.
me, it just means stay fit and fabulous. Do what you have to. You don't have to be into fashions. Just keep your body together. Um,
Right.
on your temple by like you were talking about eating right. Just do all those things. So that name stuck with me because it had so many meanings to me, and I love it.
Well, it's definitely catchy. We
Yeah,
love your logo as well, with the two ladies dressing up as well as with one of the ladies working out. It's definitely like it's giving soft girl vibes. For
yep,
women to still work out as well as want to be classy and wear heels and things like that. Like
Yeah.
that message that you're promoting and putting out. It's like, hey, lady or girl, you can do both. You know, you don't have to, work out all the time, switch it up, wear your heels or whatever. So that's definitely, when I look at that logo and that name, that's what I think about
Yeah.
when it comes to Slay and Stay. So,
Yeah. It's the fit side and then the fashion, you know,
hmm
they
I'm a,
come together. Even if ladies can't wear heels, some of them can't wear heels. Just be, you can wear flats.
yeah.
Just be,
hmm
keep yourself together, love yourself, and just be fabulous.
All right.
I love it. I love it. That's it, ladies. You heard the advice. You don't have to wear those 6-inch stilettos.
No.
You can wear those flats too.
Right, because
I'm
they
not,
do hurt
I
your
don't want to
feet.
wear them. Trust me.
Yeah, they definitely hurt your feet for
Yeah.
sure. And make ladies, make sure you get comfortable shoes and things like that. I know sometimes we wear these heels just to for they look pretty, but
Right.
as we getting older, our feet, everything changed. So just make sure that your shoes and stuff is comfortable as well.
That's right. When people
Excuse me.
wear 'em if you can't, wear and be comfortable. If something is
Right.
hurt, I don't wear anything that hurts me just to be
Nope.
pretty. If my shoes are hurting, I'm not gonna wear them. They might be rich, but I'm not gonna wear them, girl. So everything that I do it for because I'm gonna be
Right.
comfortable in it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do it. So
As
Let me
you should. You want to be
yeah,
comfortable
yep.
let me
and
let me try to
definitely
share.
confident at the same time.
Pardon me. While you guys are talking, let me try to share some of these photos and
Okay.
the logo and the fitness as well. You guys
Yes,
continue
yes,
to
yes.
talk, but let me try to share some.
Okay, yeah. So, world, this is like once again, like I said, this is our client, our beautiful client, Miss Mary. So she definitely follow her on all of her social media platforms. Instagram _slay and stay. She do have it's a LinkedIn as well, and I know we're gonna tap into her insurance momentarily. Just kind of give us a brief synopsis about that as well. But Francis, you wanted to share the photos.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on it. 1 second.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else that you would like to add, Miss Mary?
Okay, there we go.
I like to dress people. I
Mm-hmm.
sell clothing, a boutique in my house, and I sell clothes online, and that's one.
Okay.
We're talking about the fashion and the shoes that
Right.
fine. I love to do parties where over and they, try on stuff and I help them get, dressed. Recently I've dressed a few people for their vacations. So I
Okay.
like to do little private events like that
Okay.
and mess with clothes. I play in clothes all day long.
That's a part of being. How us women do, honey. We once we get a bunch of clothes and we like to try on. I can be trying on clothes for hours. I'm telling you. I gotta find out what's gonna make me look
Yes.
good. I
Exactly.
do. It's gonna anybody that know me, they know when it
That's
comes to
right.
dressing and stuff.
Yeah, likes to dress, everybody. She loves to dress. She looks good too.
Anybody out there in Facebook or YouTube, you guys have any questions, you can definitely questions or comments, definitely put it under the chat. Any questions that you would like to ask Miss Mary, just put in the chat. Okay, I think Francis have the pictures now.
See one.
Okay. Can
I
y'all
wonder
see it?
if you can. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can see it.
Okay. It's not that big. There you go. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there we
That's
go.
some of the. Okay. That's the beautiful dress with the heels right there. I think she has like the
Mm-hmm.
yellow heels, and she has just a description here. Um, the hair was looking definitely on fleek, and the pose was beautiful. And then this is when
Yeah.
she's sitting in a chair. Miss Mary, you probably can't see it, but we're just showing the photo where you had like a blue, black, purple, yellow dress on.
The secret. Yes,
The sequence, yeah,
Uh,
with the
and
yellow
this,
heels.
mm-hmm.
we're talking about
Got your workout
stretching.
photos.
Yeah.
There she is stretching, getting that good stretch pre and remember and post workout as well.
Ab-
Um,
Yes.
you
ab-
got to get that stretch in. Um, I think you're doing an ab workout with this one, stretching,
Mm-hmm.
working out the core.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um,
And your form is on point as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
yes, yes. Got the proper workout shoes right there, proper workout gear as well. Um, can't go to the gym looking at anything. And this is the logo before I stop sharing. So here's the logo that we were talking about. You got the
Look at
fit.
that. That is so beautiful. I love it. I love it.
I do. I really like that.
That's it. It says a lot.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just geared towards women. On there. Men
Right.
like to stay fit and fabulous too.
Oh, of course. Yes.
it's,
Yes.
it's for everybody. It's for
For
everybody.
everybody. Yes, I totally agree. Was that all
Touche.
the pictures, Francis?
Yes, ma'am. That's all the pictures. So we can dive into the insurance part because
Yeah.
I think that's key as well.
Yes.
We talked about the fit. You know, so you're taking care of yourself physically and mentally because a lot of working out is physically and mentally as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
we talked about the confidence side of being having the courage to do the modeling, showing off your clothes and your physique as well. So let's talk about another important aspect, which is insurance. Which
Yeah.
um, talk about why you got into insurance and what does it mean to you?
Okay, sure. Well, I consider myself not an insurance agent, but I am a final expense specialist. I specialize in helping families to put together their final. So when mom and daddy and granddaddy and everybody's gone, when they die, the beneficiary doesn't have to worry about, what to do. And there's
Mm-hmm.
fights in the family. I want to do this. I want to do that. She wanted to wear this dress, that dress. You
Mm-hmm.
want to pre-plan. So I specialize in pre-planning. I can't stress that enough. It's pre-planning.
Right.
Recently I've been going to I make appointments and then I'll go out to the home, and I really like for the whole family to be there so everybody can hear it. And I kind of help that person to just make up a plan to fit them, and we have plans to fit zero from age 0 to 85.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanting everybody to be covered so that when somebody dies, you're not calling around taking up money, trying to do these funds to get money together for a funeral.
Yep.
I believe that everybody needs to plan. And I got into it a few years ago just from experiencing what I just said, seeing people fight, bodies having to be held, 2 and 3 and 4 months because there's no money to bury them. And I just think
Mm-hmm.
sad. And I just really wanted to help people just to understand the importance of it. It's so important. And I do not like just one person. I'm like, where's your husband? Where's your daughter? Where's your son? I want the family to hear it so that everybody knows what to do when that time comes.
Right.
Because we're all going to die. That's just a fact. We are
Yep.
all die. And there needs to be a plan in place when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Your final wishes can be carried out, not what somebody else wanted to do, and not having a hot mess, because it can turn into a hot mess when the fighting in the family starts. And that, like I said, that's really sad to me. So, love helping families, love, like I said, making appointments, going to the homes and explaining what I do, and plans.
Beautiful, because that shows a place of care that you actually have the heart to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we had a situation in my family recently where the funeral was covered, but we wanted to have money for food and things of that nature.
Mm,
Just me speaking personally, and they reached out to me about covering the food aspect of it. So I have a question for you. So once the expenses is kind of paid over, can you use some of that money to allocate towards, like you said, the food or anything like that? Once you actually, let's say if I sign on with you, hypothetically speaking, does your policy, what can you do with the rest of the money besides pay for the casket and the flowers and all that? Can you do whatever you want with the money afterwards, or how does that work?
Absolutely. It's up to the beneficiary, whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
In my work with, most insurance companies, you're not going to get that payout until 90 days or more. It takes a while for that check to come. We
Right.
pay out the next day. So you do have the ability to use the money if you, like you said, if you need food for family coming in from out of town or in town or whatever. It's totally up to the person who is going to be receiving that check.
Mm-hmm.
That's one good thing about the plan that I use or that I show people. I love that plan because it's so quick and it helps people. And the customer service, they're there to help. They're there to help the beneficiary. One thing I really hate, and just a thought of it because I've had to do it myself before, is going to the funeral home and then all these questions and you don't want to hear it, so you're pretty much just saying yes to everything because you just want to hurry up and get out of there. We
Right.
made that by planning. So whenever you die, the person that's the beneficiary will call the plan folks. I'll call them the plan folks, which is us. You call us and we go to work for you. You don't have to go to the funeral. Everything is already pre-planned. We know what if you want to be cremated or if you want a funeral. We know if you want a memorial. We know all of that because again, I sit down with the family after the policy is received. Go back to your home, sit down with the family, and we fill out the forms, the necessary forms. I call it a mini will, and we plan,
Mm-hmm.
and we keep that. The family keeps that somewhere where everybody in the family is going to know where to find it when you
Right.
die.
Right.
It's a wonderful plan.
All right. All right. Well, definitely. Thank you for that lovely information. Guys, don't forget, you can put all of your questions and comments and concerns pertaining to this interview in the chat as well. I'm not for sure if I can actually see the chat, probably can't from here, but um, anything else that you would like to say, Miss Mary, pertaining to your business, some of the things that you like to do outside of, your brand?
Well, I do have hobbies. Like I told you, I do like fitness. So my son and I kind of together. We like working out together. He's
Okay.
my workout partners. I
Mm,
love gardening. I'm a girly girl, but I love having my hands in the dirt. I mean, I guess that's just the country in me. But I love gardening and digging in the dirt and planting and things of that nature. And as far as my businesses, if just call me, my email and everything will be in the chat, my phone number. If
mm-hmm.
about any of the businesses, if you need a final expense plan, let me know and I can talk to you and your family. And as well as the fit part and the dressing, I love the clothing and whatnot. So if you have any questions regarding anything I've talked about today, feel free to call me or send me an email and I'll respond to everybody. I always respond. And I'm always getting messages about clothing and vacation. And this year,
Right.
I've had, building up my final expense business. I've had more calls, and like I said, I love that part because the families getting involved and
Yeah.
talking to each other and communicating. Which,
Hmm.
but I love that. I love when families communicate.
And I like how pre-plan. At the end of the day, we don't know when we're gonna die. We just know we
Right?
we are. we don't know when our final call or whatever. But it's always good to have that plan into place. And I think a lot of us don't really want to talk about that. Or don't
Right.
really want to open up that book of worms
Mm-hmm.
because it's a tough conversation to talk about. Um,
It's
death, period. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you might be a little when you start planning, there might be a little bit of like, you feel a little sad in your heart or whatever, but you're showing your family that you love them. That's
Mm-hmm.
because I cannot imagine just up and leaving this world and my son that's 20 years old has no idea what to do. So I love him so much that I have plans, everything, and we all hope that we live to be 100. But let me tell you, it's have a plan in place. I cannot
Yeah.
stress enough. Have a plan in place. Let your
Mm-hmm.
loved ones know what's going on. I mean, Chandel, even little things. how do you get into my Facebook page, or how do you go, how do you take my page down?
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Like, what's my checking account number?
Right.
What's the code to get on Netflix? Everything, all kinds of things like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
offer a planner that has everything in that book. It has, memorial in the back, everything that you want to be done at your memorial, and it
Mm-hmm.
has areas in the booklet that will fill out as far as what I was just saying, account numbers and things like that for your family to have, and just
Right.
fill it out, lock it up, and put it in your safe.
Lock it up.
Or
Yeah, because nothing's worse than, like you said, leaving this world and you don't, your loved ones and stuff have to have to worry about,
yes,
burying you, or coming up with a GoFundMe and things like that. And you know unfortunately some of my family members wasn't prepared
yeah,
like that, and that's what it led to,
yes,
because
yes,
they didn't have insurance and things like that. So I say to say this world, Facebook, social media, whatever, definitely have something in place. You don't want to leave your loved ones struggling behind with trying to bury you.
hmm
So definitely have everything in place. I know that's a very tough conversation, but at the end of the day, it's reality. It's gonna happen. So
And two, and two, you don't want to leave your family in debt. Hypothetically speaking, it costs give or take 10,000, give or take 10 to 15,000 to bury someone. I can't fathom having to pay, in increments of on
right.
someone's funeral, right? I think it's important to build generational wealth as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy told me this one time. He said, and it blew my mind. He said, "I'm worth more dead than I am alive," and I was like, "What?"
That's true.
And he told me about how he left his family a life insurance, life insurance and the policies and everything. And he was like, "If I die today, this is covered. And this how the funds are
That's good.
allocated." And I was like, "Oh, that makes sense. You got to
It does.
think about these things. So why would I leave my family in debt?
Mm-hmm.
I've transitioned, but yet I've let my family members or sons or daughters or loved ones in debt because they're paying for my funeral.
that's
Right.
right.
That's
That
that's a that's a bad situation to be in. And
it,
just
it,
wrapping up, Mary said this. I think she said, if you think about this, if you don't plan, you plan to fail.
hmm
One thing I like about your plans is that it's actually a plan. Like you said, you answer the questions, you put it away in the safe. It gives your family a sense of security. So I
yeah,
do like that.
yes, and
Right.
that I give out, it will have my information in there, and as well
Mm-hmm.
plan, there's a number where you call, and it's the folks actually put the information in a database. And
Okay.
you call them, and they will go to bat for the beneficiary, so the beneficiary don't have to go to, and the family don't have to go down to the funeral home. They do all of this for you because they already know what that person that passed, what they wanted, because it's
Right.
already planned out. So to me, that's a beautiful thing in itself, because I absolutely find no joy in going to the funeral home. I've been a couple times. They ask you, there's 47 questions that they
Yeah.
ask, and you're part of them because you're just
Oof.
there.
It's stressful.
It's very, and this will eliminate that. The only thing that people will have to do that get on my plan is go to the funeral home to sign the papers. They
Mm-hmm.
anything. And to me, I love that part. I feel like I'm really helping that person to get through probably one of the worst times of their lives.
Right. Right.
Touche.
Funerals are definitely more expensive than memorials and being cremated and things like that. But I always say to each his own.
Right, absolutely.
Um,
Yes, we plan anything. We'll plan a funeral, we'll plan a memorial. We're planners. So
right,
whatever
right.
in reason, whatever the final wish is in reason, we will help you to plan that out and get your family all situated.
All right, all right. Well, um, Francis, anything else? We're wrapping up. We're on time. I'm excited.
So we gave y'all a dose of personal training tips. We gave
In
y'all
30 minutes, world. Oh my God, I can't believe we just did that.
We gave you guys some modeling tips, and now we gave you some personal insurance tips. This sounds for a part two, all before church as well. So you're still able to get to church.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Honey,
put it.
you could praise him, praise him,
That's
praise
right.
Yeah, I'm going to put all Mary's contact information in the chat when we post it on YouTube. Follow us, click, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page, Francis and Shondell of DNC. Mary, I think you have an event on Thursday. Just touch up on that and then tell the people goodbye, and we'll get you out of here.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Well, Thursday I'm having this. I call it an informational meeting. I'm bringing in people that want to be agents and just answering their questions. People that you don't even have to be licensed. I can tell you license. I can tell you what class to take. But I'm just helping people that some people want to just change their career, and just like I reinvented years ago, I'm just helping people to reinvent themselves and show them
him.
what I do and see if it's something that they would like to do. And it's a great area to go in. I think young folks love it because the commission is great. They get paid like the next day, and young people really love that part. My meeting is Thursday and it's by invitation only. So if you're interested, you can just like I said, just comment and I'll get in touch with you. We can take it from
Beautiful. And I'll leave you guys
Beautiful.
with this. Don't forget to follow underscore slay and stay on
Yeah.
Instagram and
there.
on Facebook, Auntie Mary, and that's what they IE.
Yes.
And her LinkedIn has her insurance information up there. So it's just her name, Mary Russell, on LinkedIn.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
It's
you ladies have a wonderful afternoon. I had a wonderful time with you guys. I hope the world gets a glimpse of Mary today and learned a lot about
Yes.
you. And we're looking forward to part two.
Thank you guys.
Mhm.
All right.
Bye, world. You guys have a great day. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.
All righty. Oh, it's just me. But yeah, don't forget to click, comment, like, and subscribe to DNC on Facebook. Well, I'm sorry, on Instagram it's just DNC directory, and another page is just DNC. And then we have two pages on Instagram. You just type in DNC, you'll find us. You see the logo right there. And then on YouTube is Francis Francis and Shondell Shondale. And we had our special guest Mary today, and you know where to find her at. You guys have a wonderful afternoon. We are doing more interviews. So if you're interested in being interviewed, contact us and we will be in touch. So we want to interview influential and inspiring people just to help you talk about your brand, your business, what you got going on. We've interviewed authors, now we've interviewed insurance agents. We're just trying to interview anybody and everybody as much as we can to get them out there and get us out there. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful one, and I'll see you guys on the next episode or the next show with DNC.